What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Idiot's Corner. I'm Jason, and making another video here about Birds of Prey. I was not for the movie, as you could tell from my last video I did. If you haven't seen it, go check that out. It was before the movie came out. Didn't think it was going to be a good movie just from their advertisements and stuff like that, and you can see that from the numbers, it's not a good movie. And from what people are saying, don't go on Twitter, because Twitter is in a different world. They're in like a fantasy. You can go on the news, type in Birds of Prey on Google and click the news, and you'll see article after article about it underperforming. They're trying to say it made 80 million domestically, on Twitter. They're trying to say it made 80 million domestically, so it's broken even. They don't understand how it works. That was the movie budget, but it's like 200 million it has to get to for the to cover the advertising expenses and all that kind of stuff, and they only get a certain percentage of what they actually make back. It doesn't get the whole all those box office numbers. They only get a percentage of that. And I mean, even if they did, who's making a movie to break even? Is that what you're making movies for? So they're over on celebrating on Twitter, these morons. The people that the movie was made for are celebrating the 80 million that it made over the weekend, internationally. So anyways, they have no idea how business works. They have no idea. That's why these movies fail. They don't have to make sense. They just think if you make a movie for their political agenda, you're a winner already. You don't even have to make money off it. Just break even. Anyways, so people didn't go see it, so they're going to change the name. As you can see from this article in Entertainment, Birds of Prey gets a new title after disappointing opening at box office. So they think that changing the name is going to bring people into the movies. Like, who's up there making these decisions for movies? Because to me, it seems fairly obvious. You could look at the video I made like a week before the movie came out. Just off the trailers. I made it after the second trailer was released. It might have been longer than a week before the movie came out. But I knew then, like, you could see from who they're targeting. The movie's not going to do good. You can just compare it with other movies that came out. Hollywood and these people that work for Hollywood, they're in like some kind of a different world, and they just can't get in touch with what's going on the outside. And it's just crazy to me, like when I see some of these articles, like I'll show you in some of these, that they don't understand why these movies aren't working. It's no secret that the majority of people that watch these superhero comic book movies are males. I mean, there's some women that like them, but the majority of it, just like the majority of people that watch sports and football and stuff like that, are males. So when you make a movie that's typically made for males and you say, we're going to take out anything that we're going to make this movie towards feminist. This is a movie for feminists. Males are not going to go see it. The majority of males, I'm sure there's some out there with ponytails in the theater, but the majority of men are not going to go see this movie. And I don't understand why they don't get this. Let's read the article a little bit. Birds of Prey, first weekend wasn't exactly fantabulous at the box office. The DC film opened below expectations with just 33 million domestically, having been projected to earn 50 to 55 million in its opening weekend. Now, that's a big difference, people in Twitter. If anybody from Twitter's over here, I know the SJWs watch me. They like to leave thumbs down on my videos. They don't like what I'm saying because it makes sense and it doesn't fit into their little logic that they have going. So if you're not an SJW and you're watching this and you enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up, because the SJWs definitely come here and they like to give me thumbs downs and leave stupid comments about, I must be racist and sexist because I didn't like this movie and I don't want to watch feminist propaganda, so I must be racist and I must be a sexist pig. Anyways, 33 million domestic have been projected. There are a few possible reasons for this. And I guarantee you they're not going to name the major reason. Perhaps the film's R rating shut out younger viewers. Yeah, that's what it was. It was the R rating. Like most kids today, I was tutoring at an elementary school, and they were watching R movies already then. So parents are taking their kids. They don't care. Or maybe everyone just wanted to stay at home and watch the Oscars this past weekend. Okay, it definitely wasn't that. You know it wasn't that. So they only named one reason. But it seems distributor Warner Brothers has a theory of its own. Potential viewers must not be aware that Birds of Prey focuses on Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. Really? Come on, Warner Brothers. Who's working over there? I picture I don't know if anybody remembers Seinfeld. I picture George Costanza, and he's just got a job at Warner Brothers somehow, and he's trying to oh, maybe it's anybody with any common sense just don't go on Twitter. Look at the real world. Look at how past movies that follow this woke genre are doing, and you'll see the only few woke movies that have actually made money. There was reasons behind it. Like we'll say Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel screwed everybody over because it became a $1 billion movie, and it only became a $1 billion movie because it fell between Infinity Wars and Endgame, and they made you think you had to see it. Everybody knows that. I can't wait till the second one comes out because I think Disney has caught on to that fact too. And I think they know it. They're marketing geniuses. So they're going to put some stuff in the movie that people are want to go see. It's not going to be just Captain Marvel. It's not going to be the same thing. But I have a feeling I will see how it goes, how these Marvel movies start to roll out. Because they still seem to be introducing a wokeness to their movies. They still haven't learned. I think they think what happened with Captain Marvel was a positive thing, so they're going to keep going with that. But anyways, we'll see what happens. I really hope that they get the point before they start rolling out more Marvel movies, and we don't have to wait through more of this. It's like watching them hit their heads against the wall over and over with these failing woke movies, and they just keep putting more out. I don't get it. It's either that they really want to drive home the point that they're making and the political messages in these movies more so than make money. But I can't believe Hollywood would be like that. They're a money-making machine, so somebody would really have to be hell-bent on getting these points across with all the money they're losing. Anyways, let's get back to this. But it seems distributor Warner Bros. Has a theory of its own. Potential viewers must not be aware Birds of Prey focus on Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. Because it doesn't look like her anymore. You made it look like someone different. So it doesn't look like Harley Quinn. But I doubt people don't know it. It's not Harley Quinn. They know it's Harley Quinn. Anybody who's seen the trailer knows this is Harley Quinn in a Harley Quinn movie. But it's not the real Harley Quinn that they know. The comic book fans are not stupid. They would have been the ones that go see this movie and held it up. But you alienated them, the majority of them, the core of them. You alienated them, and you made a movie with people that don't know the genre of what they're making. They've never really written or directed or done anything with these kind of movies. You made a movie with these people. You put these people in charge because of their gender and their political affiliation, not because of their experience. And they filled the SJW or woke guidelines for making a movie, and you put them in charge of everything. And they did not pay tribute to the actual characters and the actual comic book genre, and they made what they wanted to make, expressing their views of the world and slapping men on the hand, the misogynist white men, or just misogynist men in general, and you totally twisted everything that they would have went to see the movie for, and extracted it out, and then said, go see this movie, and they didn't, and now the movie failed. That's why the movie failed. We knew your version of Harley Quinn was in the movie. Nobody wanted to go see that version of Harley Quinn. Well, the studio has taken steps to make it loud and clear, or rather, louder and clearer. Though the film's official title is Birds of Prey, now listen to this stupid Tumblr title they gave the movie. and the fabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. You let some Tumblr write a movie aimed at these Tumblr girls and these Tumblr people and these Twitter people, and you wonder why nobody went to go see it. I don't get it, man. Like, pull your head out of your rear and look at the world. Like, come out of the ivory tower. I mean, I don't get why they don't understand this. Take a look at the listings at your local multiplex and you'll see something slightly different. Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, AMC Theater, and CMR, whatever, all currently display the title for the film. So that's what they did. While it's not confirmed that the movie's underwhelming, it didn't flop, but it is underwhelming. Who wants to break even? They're not out here investing money to break even. Nobody is. And if they even break even, you don't know what it's going to continue to do. Even though they're really pushing it hard on Twitter, while it's confirmed that the movie's underwhelming box office numbers motivated this change, I'm sorry, it's unclear. It's not confirmed, I should say. It's safe to assume they had something to do with it, as it's a rare for a film's listing to change post-release. Representatives for Warner Brothers did not immediately respond to Entertainment Weekly's request for comments. Birds of Prey has earned $46 million internationally for a worldwide total of $79 million so far, against a reported $82 million budget. So they're cheering on Twitter because they think that this is a win. It's estimated that the film will need to gross 250 to 300 million worldwide to break even. Not 80 million, Twitter trolls. It's 250 to 300 million. There's a lot more they put into these movies than they don't get all that 80 million back. Some of it goes to the theater, some of it goes to this and that. Not all of it goes back to the production company. So they need to make 250 to 300 million. I'm sure they'll probably get there. They may go over a little, but they're not investing 250. They're not investing all this money just to break even. So if you think this is a win for your woke crap, then you're wrong. You're as ignorant you're as ignorant to the numbers of movie making as you are to what people want to go see and your own political causes. Anyways, so yeah, you just go on Twitter and they're over there celebrating. And another thing that's going around Twitter, the people that aren't celebrating, the people that actually know this is not a celebration because they made back their budget in the first weekend, the people that aren't celebrating are blaming men. It's men's fault, right? That we didn't go see it. You purposely said, and then they say, well, men don't want to go see it because they're sexist and they took the sexuality out of the movie, so men don't want to go see it now. Well, no, you took a movie and you said, hey, men, we're taking out anything you might want to look at, so there's no male gazing, but you better come see this movie. And men were like, screw you. They knew what kind of movie it was right from that point. When you purposely said, I'm not going to put any male gazing so men have nothing to look at. It's like, hey, I'm going to open a sandwich shop, but I'm not going to use meat because men like meat. I'm going to use beans, and I'm going to make bean sandwiches and broccoli. A lot of people aren't going to show up to eat what you're serving. So that's what happened with this movie. Anybody with any common sense, please, somebody from Hollywood, watch this video. Watch one of the videos that's on YouTube right now explaining why this video is not working. Stop getting your information from Twitter, right? Don't go on Twitter, because you go on Twitter right now and they're like, oh, it's such a great movie. But like the 300 people that went to see it, right, over and over again. And here's another thing that's funny. They're encouraging you, go see it 3 or 4 times, even though it's not that good of a movie. We want more movies like this made because they want this movie to succeed because it's pushing their political agenda, not because it's a great movie or they like the characters or anything like that. They hijacked a character, tied their political agenda to it, their political messaging and their propaganda to it, and put it out there for everybody to watch. And nobody went to go see it, and now they're upset. That's the bottom line. And they want you to go see it because you support their political agenda, not because it's a good movie. So that's what they're going to go see movies for. Stop doing that. We don't want that in our entertainment. Like, everybody says it. Everybody's showing you through you money. Nobody's going to see these movies. Stop putting it in our entertainment. If I want to go hear your views, set up a place to do that. Stop trying to hijack stuff that we're watching to get your message across to everybody, because people are on to you now and they're not going to see those movies. Men are not going to go see a movie where you're saying bad men, no more man gazing. I don't understand the reason for all that. Maybe because I'm a man, maybe I'm stupid. I am an idiot. That's why this is called Idiot's Corner. But it is like, you act like it's a bad thing. I'm talking to you, the Twitter people that hate that and are saying that men are bad because they want to see women. Like, that's not even the reason they didn't go see this movie. It was because of all the other stuff tied to it. It was probably a contributing factor. It doesn't hurt, like, when you go see a boring movie that have to at least have something to look at, attractiveness. It's in male nature. It's in our DNA to look at women. I mean, like, I don't understand why that's such a bad thing all of a sudden, and why that's so surprising. Why you say that's wrong all of a sudden. I mean, but it's not only men that want to look at women. Other women like looking at women too. The first movie where Harley Quinn blew up, the reason that character blew up, it wasn't men wearing them costumes at Halloween. It wasn't. It was women. It was all ages of women wearing the Harley Quinn costume at Halloween. Like, every other person was Harley Quinn the year that Suicide Squad came out. So it wasn't just men that liked her outfit in that movie. I doubt you're going to see anybody wearing too many of these Harley Quinn outfits from this movie. I mean, it's basically, they already do. You already see girls walking around in pajamas and stuff like that. So I doubt you're going to see too much of that. Like the outfits, specific outfits from that first movie. You abolish that, and it wasn't even men that were really into that outfit. There's movies across history that have had women as leads that did not dress provocatively, and I actually put some up here. Aliens. There was a huge franchise made off of Aliens, and everybody loved this character, Sigourney Weaver's character. She is not dressed for man gaze in this movie. She no makeup, her hair's. I mean, look at how she's dressed. She could be another man. She was great in this movie. Everybody loved Sigourney Weaver in this movie. They brought her back for sequels. It wasn't just the Alien lore itself. Now, I know that has continued on, but I believe that Sigourney Weaver launched this. They kept bringing her back specifically. You could see this is how she was in the movie. There's no male gazing going on. There's no boobs hanging out. Here again in I think this is part 2 or no, this is part 1 still. Here's the only other women in the movie. Look at how they're dressed. There's no male gazing in this whole movie. This was the whole cast. Another picture from the movie. It just doesn't make any sense to me. That's not why men are going to go see a movie. It's not for just for male gazing. You made a movie that you didn't want men to go see, so men did not go see it. You made a movie for a specific person, a specific group of people, whatever that case may be. No matter who makes a movie for a specific group of people, whatever group of people that is, and we didn't go see it because it wasn't for us. So you can't get mad at us. Get mad at the other people that you made it for. They should have watched it 10 times to get your numbers up, because that's what you're going to have to do. And I think what this shows is not that men don't go see these movies. What this shows more than anything is we're in a lot of the problems that SJWs have with America and Western culture is a majority issue, not a the majority of people that watch Birds of Prey are men. So if you want to take that genre and make it and tailor it just for a certain fan of that, you're gonna lose a lot of the genre, a lot of the other fans of it. and that's a majority issue. That's not a sexist issue. That's a majority issue. The movies were targeted towards those type of movies. Action movies were targeted towards men. There's types of movie that are targeted towards women. Men don't care about that. You don't see men crying about that. The Notebook and stuff like that. We don't care. If that's great, have that movie. We're not going in there and trying to make a romantic comedy and because I mean these are numbers. I'm not making this up. These are numbers. Women like romantic comedy. Just look it up and Google it. More women like romantic comedies. More men like action movies. You don't see any men making romantic comedies where they're bashing all the women in the movie. Who would go see that? If we're not going to bring a man in, most men aren't going to go see that. There may be a small group of men that want to go see that. They'll go see it, but you're not going to make your numbers. So where your problem that you're having, SJWs, write this down. It's a majority problem. Because the majority of people, the majority of men who watch these movies don't want to see your political propaganda movies. And that's the problem you're having. It's not a sexist thing. It's not anything like that. Here's Sigourney Weaver. That's the one of the biggest movies I could think of was Alien. It was a very successful franchise. In the time that it came in, and there was no sex appeal. Woman led it. You look at Scarlett Johansson and the Black Widow movie that they're advertising right now. She's not in bikinis. She's not half naked. She's fully dressed in most of it. People want to see a Black Widow movie because there's no propaganda. We know we're not going to go to this movie and she's going to be bashing men. It's not going to be. I mean, and she's fighting men, just like you guys were fighting men in your little zany Tumblr movie that was aimed at Tumblr people. You had all your little Tumblr props and your little colorful things made for your, a certain type of person. It may look neat, but it wasn't drawn in a bunch of men. Men didn't want to go see that. They're going to go see the Scarlett Johansson movie because they fitted it. They made a movie with a female lead and they fitted it for the audience. That's it. The majority of people that are going to go see it. That's the problem you're having. If you want movies and stuff like that tailored to your people group, whatever that people group may be, and if it's not the majority, not a lot of people are going to go see it. Just because, and I shouldn't even say that because you can't bash the majority of the people that are going to go see it. So if you're going to make a movie that's way, maybe other people, maybe you can entice people in to go see it. Throw in a couple things for everybody. Maybe people will go see it. I'm sure there's been movies out there. I haven't done all the research on it. I'm sure there's been movies out there that sway that way. Anyways, but if you're gonna bash the majority of if I made a romantic comedy and bashed women in it. They're hoes, they dress like this, whatever the case may be. Women aren't going to go see it. They're going to be like, screw that movie. I'm not going to go see this. So that's what you did. Anyways, what it seems to be, I'm looking at my notes here. Yeah, I made some notes. It seems to be like, it's hard to make a hit movie nowadays. So why not make a movie instead of a good story and good character development and, figuring out what people want? Why not make a movie and then say, hey, you got to go see this to support us, even though it's not the greatest movie? That's what's going on. They want you to go see movies based on what your political affiliation is. That's not what movies are for. Movies are for entertainment. Movies are for help us escape all this political crap. All these ads that we're constantly bombarded with on TV and in YouTube and everywhere you look, they got these ads for different politicians. Nobody wants to go see that stuff. Keep it out of our movies. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere as it is. We don't need more of it. And that's what's going on. Let's see. Did I forget anything? I just want to wrap this up with this. The real truth behind this is it's really sad for the actual fans of these movies and these characters. You know what I mean? It's really sad. I know that the Twitter people don't care about them because they don't like them. The majority of comic book fans are males, And I would say a huge portion of that is white males, I would say. I don't know the numbers. I don't know. But just growing up, just growing up from my own experience, more of my white friends read comic books and stuff like that more so than well, I'm black or Mexican or whatever friends. It was mostly like a white kid thing, and for whatever reason, I don't know. It's just the way it was. And they don't like those people. So the Twitter people that are making these, that want these movies and stuff, they don't like males, and especially they don't like white males. So they don't care that they're disappointed in these movies. They really don't care, and that's why I think these males that you're stealing, hijacking their thing, their movies, their characters, are not going to go see it because they want you to stop. They want you to stop doing what you're doing. They know that you don't like them. You can go on Twitter and you can see it, where you're on there trying to push your movies. You can see all the hate like in between for males, man gazing, toxic masculinity. So they know you don't like them. They know you don't like they know that you don't care what you're doing to their characters, that they grew up with, what you're doing to their storylines they grew up with. They know you don't care. You just want them to see your political message and bow down to it and agree with it. It's not going to happen. Most of them don't agree with the stuff you're pushing, and you hijacking their movies is not going to make them agree anymore. It's not going to make people say, hey, maybe they're right. I never knew. Glad Harley Quinn taught me something about men and the way we like to look at women. I got to reprogram my biology, and I got these years of these millions of years of what is that called? I can't remember the name of your biological whatever. Anyways, I got to ignore that because Harley Quinn says it's wrong. I can't look at women in that way anymore. It's not going to happen. You're not going to change anything. All you're doing is dividing the country more and making people dislike you more. They're making people dislike your cause more, because it's not just about women getting equal pay anymore. It's about men looking at women in movies now. I mean, you're adding all this other stuff to it that you're not going to get any support on. Anyways, I'm not going to go on a tangent about that. But that's the truth of it. It's sad for those people because, I'm a fan of comic books. I'm a fan of superhero movies, and I don't like what they're doing to them. I don't like what Disney's trying to do with Marvel, what DC did with this movie. Every once in a while, you'll get a good movie like Joker where, it's just a good movie, a good story. I really didn't even like the concept of Joker. I felt like a Joker movie without Batman was wrong. I didn't feel like you should do that, because Joker was there as a foe for Batman. But it turned out to be a good movie because it was written well. I felt like, and before I saw the movie, I felt like they were hijacking another name, to just sell tickets, And even though that didn't have a political agenda to me, it still felt like here's Hollywood trying to make more money on a movie that has nothing to do with the original material, the source material. It's just made for making money, and they're taking another name and slapping it on a movie. It turned out to be a good movie, and I can see where Joker could come from, those origins. Not really, because I feel like the Joker movie was a good movie. It was a really good movie. They did slap Joker on there, but to me, I feel like Joker was a more clever criminal than that, and I feel like the Joker in this new Joker movie was just kind of a crazy loon that didn't really have any kind of like killing that dude in his apartment and whatever. Like, sorry, spoiler alert. There was no thought behind what he was doing. It was just pure insanity. And I feel like a Joker that's going to go against Batman should have had more smarts and more cleverness to what they did. I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyways, that's my take on it. I'm going out off into tangents now. Sorry about that. Last, if you like this video, if you like what I had to say, please give me a thumbs up. If not, leave me a comment. Tell me what I could do to improve the video, what you didn't like about it, what I could do to better my channel. That's what I'm trying to do here. Trying to make good content for you guys that you guys want to see, not just about my political agenda, but I do want to have another side. I feel like most media, like Twitter, YouTube, the actual media, the actual old school media, news, most entertainment leans very extreme left on a lot of issues. And it's only been recently that we actually have a platform like YouTube to be able to show what the real public is looking for and what the real public is thinking, rather than being told all the time. Well, they're discovering that's a threat, so they're throttling down on all these things: YouTube, Instagram, all forms of social media. They're throttling down any I want to say, I don't want to say this is a right opinion, because I don't think it's from the right. I just feel like it's they try to politicize everything, and this is just the majority of Americans don't want this in their movies. I don't think it has anything to do with right or left. I don't want any right propaganda in my movies. I wouldn't want a bunch of that in the movies either. So I wouldn't say that it's actually a side, but it's just what real Americans and what real people want is not this crap. But that's not good for selling movie tickets, as you could see, because the word gets out. This is another, and stuff like that. So they want to throttle it all down. Let me make a long story short. So please support these kind of videos. If not mine, support, someone else you like that's making these kind of videos, that's actually speaking for the other side and not speaking for the shell media and the shill. I'm sorry, not shell, shill, whatever, media. So please give me a thumbs up, comment on the video. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you want to hear. Sorry, I haven't been making as much videos lately. I've been really busy doing other things. I got a lot of projects going on. So until next time, try not to stay woke, whatever. Avoid these stupid movies. I don't never know what to say.